this is the def keyword. Every function starts with def keyword. Then I have written the function name, that is display, and here I have given name and age. Why? Because first question is write a program to create a function that take two arguments, name and age. So one argument I have taken as name and second one is age. These both are called what it name and age is called parameters. These are parameters. Parameters. What is parameters? That we pass at design time. And these here I just print the name equals to name and print age equal to age. Then I have called this function how we call the function display. Write the name of function, then in parentheses you will pass these two are argument. These are called arguments. Argument pass at runtime. So it will print the name Ajay and age 23. We can check this in PyCharm also. So def display, we will write a comment function that take two arguments. So def display, and here I have taken two argument name comma age. Then simply print name equals to name, and second print age. Then call the function by function name, that is display, and in this function I have passed two arguments. One is Ajay, name and age 23. When I will execute this, you can see the name Ajay and age 23. This is about question first. Now the question second, create a function with variable length arguments. Create a function with variable length argument. What is the mean of variable length argument? Please give reply. What is the mean of variable length arguments? Please give reply. How we define variable length arguments?
Double *6.
No, you are just confusing. We have two things. One is asterisk args and second one is double asterisk ar. Very good. Variable length arguments are those arguments when we actually don't know how much argument we have to take. This asterisk args used for variable length argument. And double asterisk args is used for variable length keyword argument. We had discussed what is keyword arguments. Okay, so create a function with variable length argument. So how we will create the function with variable length argument? For simply just like def keyword, then suppose I have create a function display, and here I don't know how many parameters I can give, so I simply type asterisk, then give any name. Suppose I have given name list, then I have just print list of 1. Then when I will this is variable length, and how I will pass the arguments. Yeah, when I call this function, that is display, here I have passed three arguments like 5 comma 7 comma 8. So here I have passed three argument 5 7 comma 8. So what is the value of list 1? This is index 0, this is 1, this is 2. So output will be 7. We can check this using PyCharm. For variable so I have used just asterisk, then suppose I have given the name this, any name you can take. So here I just print dis of 1, and in calling function I have passed 5 comma 7 comma 10. So when I execute this, it will give first location. So this is the magic of variable length argument. If suppose I will pass display, in which I will pass 7 comma 9 comma 10 comma 11. Now I am passing 4 argument. So here in this we have passed 4 arguments. So first it will display first element, that is 7, and second 9. So here you can see that arguments are variable number of arguments, and according to that this asterisk dis will work. So this is the example of variable length argument. Next question is, understand everyone? Next is return multiple values from function. How can we return multiple values from function? How can we return multiple values from function? Any idea? Let me tell you, because till now you understand we can return some value from the function. We had discussed some program which return some value. So how can you return multiple values? Suppose I have the function like I have created function def calculator. Yes, we will use return keyword, but question is that how we return multiple values from function. So suppose I have function like calculator, and here I am passing two arguments a comma b, and here I have take three variables. One is for sum a plus b, and subtract, that is a minus b, then mul for multiply a multiply by b, then div, then this is a divided by b. Now when I write return statement, return, I am giving multiple return value, that is sum comma sub comma mul comma div. And when I will call this function, suppose I am storing this value in result variable, result equals to, I am calling here this function calculator, and here I have passed 3 comma 5 comma 7, and when I will print this, print result, it will print all the sum, sorry, we will pass two argument, not three argument. We have taken two argument, 3 or 3 comma 5 we had passed. First argument is 3 and second one, first is 3, second is 5. So output will be 8 minus 2 comma a multiply 15, then a divided by b, 3 divided by 5, that is 0.6. So this will give multiple return value. So this is the magic here. We have used one, we are returning one value, second value, third value and fourth value. We can do this also, like this also. Instead of taking different variable, we can simply do like this also. Def then calculator, then a comma b, and simply here I can return like this: return a plus b, a minus b, a divided by b, then a multiply b. I can do like this. So I don't need these four variables. I can simply write here and call same as. So it will also work. So both way I can define my function. I will show you in PyCharm so that you will understand practically this. So for program is return multiple values from function. So I have defined calculator, and here I have passed two parameters a comma b, and I am just using print return a plus b, comma a minus b, comma a multiply b, comma a divided by b. Now I am calling this suppose I have taken the value result and calling the function calculator. This is calculator function, and I have passed 2 comma 5 comma 2, and then print result. When I will execute this, you will see the magic that it will sum, then subtraction, then multiplication, then division. So this is the answer. How can we return multiple values with return statement in function? Understand everyone? Okay, no doubt? Any doubt in this? Please ask. Okay, so next question is create a function with default argument. Create a function with default argument. What is default argument? Create a function with default argument. What is default argument? Please give reply.
By default, it will take those values what we feeding in first.
Yes. You understand this question? You can make yourself. I think no idea have to given. It is already discussed in yesterday also. What is default argument? We had already discussed. So I generally I will tell you, that is using def. Suppose I have take display function, and here a equals to 2, b equals to 3 I have given, and simply print a plus b, and I'm calling here display When I will don't pass any argument, it will take as a default argument of A, then default argument of B. And when I will pass 5 comma 4, then in case it will not take default value, it will take A as a 5 and B as a 4. So then it will take A 5 and B 4. So this is the use of default argument. Next question. This is question: create an inner function to calculate the addition in the following way. In this question, create an inner function to calculate the addition in the following way. Create an outer function that will accept two parameters a and b. Second, create an inner function inside an outer function that will calculate the addition of a and b. It means we have nested function, one is outer function and one is inner function. And inner function, what we have to, inner function में हमको क्या करना है, हमको आउटर फंक्शन से दो पैरामीटर a और b लेने हैं और इनर फंक्शन में क्या करना है, उनका एडिशन करना है. वी हैव टू डू एडिशन. And at last an outer function will add 5 into addition and return it. उसको वो रिटर्न करेगा. So you can make this function. You can calculate using inner function. Any idea how we will make? So according to this question, first we create an outer function. So suppose I am creating first outer function, that is def. I have given outer, and in this function, there take two parameters. Suppose I have taken two parameters a comma b. This is outer function, and inside this outer function create an inner function inside the outer function. So again I am creating inside this outer function, again I am creating function def inner, and in the inner I have taken two argument a comma b. This is inner function. Now it is telling create an inner function and inside an outer function that will calculate the addition of a and b. Suppose we have done sum equals to a plus b, then print sum create an inner function inside an outer function that will calculate the addition of a and b. At last an outer function will add 5 into addition and return it. अब जो ये एडिशन आया है आपका सम इक्वल्स टू a प्लस बी आपने किया है, सम इक्वल्स टू a प्लस बी जो किया है उसको आपने क्या करना है, आउटर फंक्शन में ऐड 5 कर, एन आउटर फंक्शन विल ऐड 5 इनटू एडिशन एंड रिटर्न इट. सो हाउ इट विल वर्क? So we will not print here sum here. We will do one thing, we will return sum, and outside this we will again write return 5 plus, then we will call this inner function inner a comma b, then it will add 5 in the addition, because inner function, when we will call inner function, it will add sum a plus b, and this sum come here and we will add 5 in this, and outside this from this outer function we will just do print outer, and in outer I have passed to argument 5 comma 2, like that, like this. So this is outer function. In outer function we have two arguments, two parameters, sorry, a comma b, and inside inner function we have a comma b, then we had apply a plus b, sum equals to a plus b, then we have given return sum, and then this is the use of inner function. It will add two numbers, addition, it will do addition, so it is doing addition, sum equals to a plus b, and return sum, then return 5, then outer function will add 5 into addition मैं 5 ऐड कर दिया और उसको रिटर्न कर दिया. दिस इज द आंसर. सो वी विल चेक दिस in PyCharm also. So first of all we will create outer function, def outer. Here I have passed two parameters, then inside def I have again give another function, that is inner. In this inner function I have take a comma b and take some variable, sum equals to a plus b, then return sum, and outside that we have return 5 plus inner a comma b, that we have done, and from outside of that I have just used print outer, then I have passed 3 comma 4. So when I will execute this, you can see 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 5, that is 12 will be the answer. Understand now? Understand? In outer function we have two arguments, and inner function we have add these two number a and b and return the sum to the outer function, and return from outer function the sum plus 5 to the calling outer function. This is calling of outer function, this is calling of inner function, this is calling of inner function. So when it will first it will call out, first it will outer will call, then it will pass 3 in a and 4 in b, then 3 in a, 3 in b, then sum a plus b, then in 3 plus 4 7, then it returns sum. So return sum, where it will return to the calling function, because it is calling from here. So return a comma b, it will return 7, then return 7 plus 5, that is 12 to the outer function. So finally 12 will be the answer. Understand everyone, or doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the question. So you have to try to develop logic like that. Next next, the create a recursive function. So this is the topic that we had to discuss yesterday. We will discuss today recursion. What is the meaning of recursion? Recursion, when a function call itself, when a function call itself, this is called recursion. कि फंक्शन अपने आप को ही कॉल करना, कॉल इटसेल्फ। तो जब फंक्शन अपने आप को अपनी बॉडी के अंदर से कॉल करता जाता है, व्हेन फंक्शन कॉल इटसेल्फ, that this condition is recursion, we can use recursion as loop type, as loop statement, loop control statement. Important thing about this, that is recursion, we must give base condition to terminate the recursion, otherwise it will go to infinite call, same as infinite loop. So we have to must give the base condition by which we will terminate the function. For example, this is the question. We can understand, we will discuss this question later. First of all, we will understand this by, suppose we have to calculate the factorial of a given number. So if I will make this program using for loop, so first I will make this program using for loop, and by second I will make this program using recursion. So in for loop, what the logic we had this developed. So we had taken the variable num. Suppose I have taken the variable num, value of num is, suppose direct value I am giving 5, num value is 5. Then using function is, if I will just use if I will just make for loop using function, so how it will work like that. Suppose I have created the function def, that is called factorial, and in this factorial number I have passed one number, and inside this factorial I have taken one variable, that is fact equals to 1, and here I have taken for I in range function I have used range 1 comma n plus 1. Here I have write fact equals to fact multiply I, that we had discussed already. Then in finally I return this, I will return this fact, and inside the calling I just print factorial, and suppose I have given the number is 5. So what will be, it will do, it will 5 pass in num, then I in range 1 to 5 plus 1. Why I have taken n plus 1? Because in range function outer limit is always executed. So I have to, suppose I want to take the factorial of 5, so I have to take 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is our logic of factorial of a number that we had discussed already using for loop. This is the use of for loop. But now I am not may use that for loop, I will use recursion. Instead of that I will use recursion. So how it will be done? So I am writing here def, suppose I have given the function name recurse factorial. Any name you can give, not because rack I have written, so it doesn't mean that you have to write rack before that. You can take any name, कोई भी नाम लिख सकते हो आप. यहाँ पे def rect fact लिख दिया मैंने. So I have passed num here also, same. This is the base condition in, this is the base condition. If num equals to 1, then I will return 1. I will return 1, else I will return num multiply. Now I am calling again this fact name of function is here, name of function is rect fact num multiply by rec fact, and here I pass num minus 1. So you can see here this function rect fact call itself inside its body it call again itself. So if it is calling itself again and again, this is term as a loop, because in this last statement return num into rect fact num minus 1, this is calling part. दिस इज द वे वी कॉल द फंक्शन. आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, आपको बता चुका हूँ फंक्शन को कॉल करने कैसे करते हैं हम. फंक्शन को कॉल करने के लिए फंक्शन का नाम दिया जाता है, वी राइट द फंक्शन नेम एंड देन पास आर्ग्यूमेंट in function. So here the logic is that function calling itself inside its body, so again and again it will call itself. So उसमें होगा क्या, इस प्रॉब्लम क्या आएगी, प्रॉब्लम ये आएगी कि अगर कोई टर्मिनेशन कंडीशन हमने नहीं दी है तो ये इनफाइनाइट लूप में चला जाएगा, infinite call में चला जाएगा, it will go in infinite call. So I have given this base condition, this is base condition. So you must know the base condition. बेस कंडीशन हमें मालूम है कि 1 का फैक्टोरियल क्या होता है, 1 फैक्टोरियल क्या होता है, 1 होता है. सो आई हैव राइट इफ नम इक्वल्स टू 1 देन रिटर्न, आई एम रिटर्निंग द वैल्यू 1, एल्स रिटर्न num into rect fact num minus 1. When I will call finally from outside this def function, simply print this rect fact and I have passed 5 value, then same it will also display 120 and it will also display 120, it will also display 120. So logic behind this recursion function, that how it is working. So it is working in the form of stack, in the form of stack it is working. I will tell you how it is working in form of stack. Suppose here you have 5, the value of number is 5, so this is calling, now we are calling this function, it is going here, the value in num is 5. If it is checking if num equal to 1, num equals to 1, num equal to 1, num की वैल्यू कितनी है 5, 5 equal to 1, कंडीशन फॉल्स, तो ये एल्स पार्ट में जाएगा, इट इज गोइंग एल्स पार्ट. इन एल्स पार्ट इट इज रिटर्न, राइट, रिटर्न नम. अब रिटर्न करने से पहले नम इनटू नम, नम का मतलब कितना है, नम की वैल्यू कितनी है 5 है, 5 मल्टीप्लाई बाय रेक्ट फैक्ट. जो रेक्ट फैक्ट नाम का फंक्शन है उसके अंदर कितना आ जा रहा है, नम माइनस 1, दैट इज 4 आ जा रहा है. यहाँ पे कितना आ रहा है, इसको मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ, आपको इसको समझना है. इसको अगर आप समझ जाएंगे तो देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड हाउ इट इज वर्किंग एक्चुअली. So first time 5 is going, then it is work like 5 multiply rect fact 5 minus 1, that is 4. So now this is the calling of the function, is it is again call this function again. Now 4 will come here, 4 equal to 1, condition is still false, again num multiply rect fact minus 1, now it becomes 4 multiply rect fact num minus 1, that is now 3. Now again it is calling same itself, now 3 will come here, 3 is not equal to 1, again go to the else part, now it is 3, then rect fact 3 minus 1, that is 2. Now again it is calling itself, now it again num equals to 2, num equal to 1, again condition false, so 2, now 2 into rect fact multiply 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now see carefully. Now rect fact, now the rect factor value is 1. Again it is calling itself. Now num equals to 1, num equal to 1. So num equal to 1 condition true, num equal to 1 condition true, so it will return 1. So where it is returning the value, ये रिटर्न कहाँ करेगा, जहां से कॉल हुआ है. कॉल कहाँ से हुआ है, यहाँ से कॉल नहीं हुआ, यहाँ का कॉल तो पहले एक बार हो चुका है. अभी कॉल कहाँ से हो रहा है, नाउ इट इज कॉलिंग फ्रॉम हेयर. सो it will return one value to this one value return to this rect fact 1. rect fact 1 में क्या आया, वन वैल्यू रिटर्न हुई. कैसे आई, क्योंकि लास्ट में जो नम की वैल्यू थी वो क्या थी, 1 थी. 1 गया यहाँ पे, 1 इक्वल टू 1. सो इट इज रिटर्निंग 1. रिटर्न कहाँ पे किया इसने, रिटर्न इसको किया. देन फाइनल वैल्यू दैट इज 2 इंटू 1, 2 आ गया यहाँ पे. देन ये 2 कहाँ गया, यहाँ पे इसको, क्योंकि रेक्ट फैक्टर ने इस वाले को कॉल किया था. देन इट इज कमिंग हियर. सो 3 इंटू 2 दैट इज 6. देन अगेन 4 इंटू 6 that is 24. Then again 5 into 24. Then final output that is 120 will be the answer. This is the way it is working like that. It is stored in the form of stack. So when first time 5 number will pass, 5 number is passed when first time we will call, because we already know that function doesn't work itself until we call it from outside. So first time when we had call this function, हमने इसको कॉल किया, रेक्ट फैक्ट को 5 से यहाँ से कॉल किया, ये गया यहाँ पे, it will pass here and here 5 equal to 1 condition false. Then it will go else part, return num that is 5. Then rect fact num minus 1 that is 4. This is again calling. Now it is calling not from here, it is calling from here. So 4 is passes here, 4 equal to 1 condition false. So 4 into rect fact 3. again it is calling itself. again फिर से ही क्या कर रहा है, अपने आप को कॉल कर रहा है. then it is go again 3 equal to 1 condition false. then again 3 into rect fact num minus 1 that is 2. again it is calling itself. then num में गया यहाँ पे. then 2 into rect fact num minus 1 that is 1. Now the main thing is that rect fact 1, now num value is 1. when this is passes again num equal to 1, now the base condition is satisfied, num equal to 1. then it is returning the one value, returning one value where, because it is calling from its side, it return final value. this return rect fact 1, इस rect fact 1 को final value क्या है, 1 return हुई. then it's 2 multiply by 1 that is 2. then again it is calling from this, calling from his side. then 3 multiply by 2. then output of this return here. then 4 multiply by 6. then output of this 4 into 6. then 5 into 24 that is 120 is the answer. Understand everyone? समझ में आया आपको? You understand this? This is the use of recursion.
Yes, sir.
This is the use of recursion. Here we haven't used for loop, we use recursion. We will make this program using PyCharm so that you will understand this use of. First I will make a program using simple function, factorial program using simple function. then after that I will make using. So first I have taken factorial. in this I have passed the num. then I have taken fact equals to 1. then I have taken for loop for I in range 1 comma num plus 1. why? because outer range not included, so we have to taken from till value of num equal to also. so again fact equals to fact multiply by I have taken, and after that I have written. then I have written this fact, and in outside suppose I have taken print then factorial. 5 I have passed. So when I will execute this, you can see output, that is 120. Factorial of 5 is 120. This is using, this program I have make using function. Now I am using factorial program using recursion function. So you will understand recursion function. So what is the main difference between recursion function and normal function? We will not use for loop for that. We will use different logic. So again, suppose I have given rect factorial, any name you can give. You can give factorial also, same factorial name you can give. So here I am given the base condition, if num equal to 1, this is the base condition, then return to its calling function, otherwise it is return num multiply factorial. You can see here I am calling again num minus 1. So this is calling of function inside its body. That's why it is become now recursion. It is calling itself from its body again and again. But I have given the base condition, so it will work same way. So when I will execute this, it will give same output, that is 120. You can see 120 output. How it is working, I already told. 5 is first time this the main calling must required. It is called 5, then 5 passes here, 5 is not equal to 1, then num 5 into factorial 4, then 4 into factorial 3, then 3 into factorial 2, then 2 into factorial 1. When factorial 1 come 1, then it is num equals to 1, then return 1. So it is working like that. Understand? Clear? So our question in this program is that write a program to create a recursive function to calculate sum of number from 0 to 10. 0 to 10 नंबर का सम हमको निकालना है, 0 to 10 नंबर का सम निकालना है using recursion. So it will work like that. Using recursion, find sum of numbers 0 to 10. So again I have function. So in this we will do sum 0 to 10. So if here I also have given base condition, if num equal to 1, then return 1, otherwise I will use num plus sum num minus 1. Now I am calling here sum, same logic, but it will work. I will check for small things, that is for sum of first 0 to 3. So you will understand that 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. What will be the answer? 0 to 3. What will be the answer? Sum of 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. Answer will be 6. So you can see answer is 6. It is working. Okay. So if I will take num here 10, then it will work for sum of number 0 to 10. It will give 55. Here the base condition is num, if num equal to 1, then return सम इक्वल टू 1, बिकॉज सम 1 का सम 1 ही होता है, जीरो में कोई भी 1 ऐड करेंगे देन अगेन हमें 1 ही मिलेगा. द बेस कंडीशन इज मस्ट, you have to give the base condition must. Here I have given base condition if num equal to 1, then we will get return the value to its calling function. Here again it is recursive, work like recursion. Suppose we have passed 10, so 10 equal to 1 false, then num, again it is working like that, it is work like that, same way it is working like that. Here you can understand with the logic. Logic like that. That is when I have passed, suppose I am taking for calling function sum, suppose I am calling like for 3 numbers, you can take for 10 also. So 3 plus sum 2, but 2 is not condition. Kya condition, what is the condition? If num equal to 1, then return 1, else return num plus sum num minus 1. So first it was 3, so it will check 3 plus sum num minus 1, that is 3 plus sum 2. Again it will call, again check 2 equal to 1, condition false, again, so it here, so 2 plus sum 1, sum 1. Now you can see sum 1. Now and num value is 1, so num equal to 1, so it will return 1, where it will return 1 is coming here. So 2 plus 1, that is 3, then 3 plus 3, that is 6. So final answer will be the 6. So sum of 1 answer will be 1. Why? Because when it call num 1, num equal to 1, it return 1, it return to here last call. Last call क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? Last call is sum 1, so it will return 1 value here. So 2 plus 1, that is 3, then 3 is passes here, 3 plus 3, that is 6. Understand? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is about recursion. Now you understand recursion. Next question is assign a different name to a function and call it through the new name. Assign a different name to a function and call it through different new name. ऐसा क्वेश्चन आपने अभी तक किया है? You'd have done this type of question. I think you haven't done this type things. So suppose I am giving you example. Suppose I have create a one function def. Suppose I am using add function, add a comma b, and here simply I am printing print a plus b. Okay, so in calling outside this function, I have changed this function name. Suppose I have written add and then I have written my add. My add equals to, मैंने लिख दिया यहाँ पे, I have written my add equals to add. I have just written my add equal to add, and now I will call the function with the help of new name, that is my add, and I am passing 2 comma 3, so it will return, it will print 5 answer, it will print 5 answers. To assign a different name to a function, we have assigned different name. First its name is add, now I have assigned new name, that is my add, and I am calling the function with the new name my add 2 comma 3, then it will again give the same output. I will show you this in PyCharm so that you will understand. Assign new name to function and call it. So def add a comma b, then print a plus b. Now outside that function I have given new name to this function. Suppose display sum I have given, display sum equals to, assign the add, this add name to display sum. Now I will call display sum 2 comma 3. When I will execute this, you can see the magic, that same output 5 is coming. Okay, understand? I can call like that, this also, like that also, it will also give answer. Yes, because like that, sorry, like I can also call like that, add 2 comma 3, it will also give same output, that is 5. But the question is, we have to give new name of this function. So I have given new name, that is myval. Suppose I have given equals to that function old name, this is old name, and this is new name. So I have given new name, then I will call myval 2 comma 7, then it will work in same way, then output is coming. Understand this or doubt? Understand? Okay, so next question is, which of the following function headers is correct? So according to the rule, which one is correct, A or B or C or D? The answer is C. Why? Because the required argument always come first before default argument. So always remember this, that required arguments always come first before default arguments. So here default argument is coming first, then required argument is coming. So this is wrong. Here again a equals to 2, this is default argument, then required argument, then default argument. It is also incorrect. But answer C, here this required argument is coming before, then these both are default argument. So this is correct, because the all required argument always come first before default argument. So this is here also A, B, C, here A comma B both are required argument, then this is again default argument, then again required argument. So it is also incorrect. So this is also incorrect. So this is question number 8. Now question number 9, what will be the output of the following code? So here a equals to 5, so this is global variable and this is local variable. So scope of local variable work inside that function, because I am printing a outside this function, so it will work, a is a 5, because global function works everywhere, whereas a equal to 4, this is local and this is global. This is global. So this is local and this is global, I have told you. So answer will be 5. Now last question, that is tell the output of the following. Here a equals to 10, that is here a is, that is global scope, and here our def outer function, this is local, and this a4 becomes non-local. What is the use of non-local? I already told you yesterday. So a equals to 3, so print a inside inner, then calling inner, it will print the value 3. Here I will print 3, here also this will print 3, and outside of this outer it will print 10. So output is 3 3 10. Why? Because this a equal to 4 work as a is a local in outer function, but it work as a non-local in inner function. So its value a4 now becomes 3, so it will print 3, and outside this it will also, because this will work like here, and after that it will not work. So outside this def outer function a equal to 4 not work. This is its scope, and its scope a equals to 10 is global, so it will work here also. So answer is 3 3 10. You will check in your laptop to this answer. So this is about the 10 questions. So I am closing today lecture. Bye bye all of you.